You're on the internet, you're watching a YouTube video. That means that the chances are you've come across the New World Order theory. We all have heard what that's about. The government is building FEMA camps. There's a sinister one world order coming, here to depopulate a majority of the world. The evil elites are going to take complete control. But let's look at the etymology of the actual phrase, New World Order. You see, that just means that the world restructures itself. The order of things shifts. The way things are now will be different than the way things are in the future. Now, different, new, is neither necessarily good or bad. It's exactly that, new, for better or for worse. So, to associate that phrase only negatively is actually dangerous, because that means that if we are against a new world order of any type, that means that by definition we're actually for an old world order. So are you satisfied with how it is right now? You see, the problem with the current world order means that technically we actually do need a new world order, just not one described in the dystopian narrative by, the Alex Joneses of the world. Orwellian fear of this phrase has now occurred. You see, by associating that phrase in its general terms as necessarily negative, we have developed an unconscious fear of any new world order. And by extension, that creates a desire to maintain the status quo. Are you happy with the status quo, or do you want a new world order? There have been examples in the past of new world orders, so it's not the first time. The Peace of Westphalia, for example, after an enormous war. The Allied victory after World War II. The Vienna Congress after the expeditions of Napoleon. These all settled the dust and restructured the global geopolitical climate. These are all examples of new world orders, technically. Now you might be thinking, well, okay, but those are just geopolitical reorderings of the world that emerged right after a great war. What does that have to do with this? Don't be naive. It's not unlikely a major war is in the works again right now. Between the unrest of people within nations, economic instability, and a possible major war along the lines of NATO versus Russia, China, and Iran, when the dust settles, if it does settle, a new world order will be drawn up. The fact is, it's not a matter of if. There definitely will be. The question then is, what will it be? Now, I agree, 100%. The new world order of the globalist plutocracy is actually very sinister. I'm totally against it. There is no doubt that global plutocrats are actually conspiring to consolidate their power through the breakdown of national sovereignty. There is no doubt that they dream of global feudalism, a global feudal order. Imagine a world 50 years from now, for example, where an oligarch of America marries an oligarch of China to consolidate their globalized wealth, totally interrupted by any semblance of government acting in the name of the people, in the public good. This is simply the old feudalism overlaid with the new globalist paradigm. The pathological privatization of everything, the breakdown of states, in the name of a solidified global plutocracy is definitely in the making. Our elite leaders that run international banks and corporations are definitely conspiring for such an outcome. So at the end of the day, the New World Order isn't really new at all. You see, it's actually a continuation of the old world order, really taken to its extreme limit, globalist free market plutocracy. This is why it's astounding that many people who rally against a new world order are anti-state anarcho-capitalists who think that globalist oligarchs are equivalent to the state. The thing that they fail to realize is that it's exactly the state acting in the name of its citizens that checks the power of global financial capital. When libertarian types like Alex Jones talk about the evil of elite globalists in one breath, and then the blessings of free market capitalism in the other, one of two things is going on here. He either has extreme cognitive dissonance, since those two things are actually the same thing, or he himself is part of the conspiracy to funnel people who have begun waking up on the internet and finding out about the conspiracy of financial elites and funneling them into an ideological camp, which is basically of the benefit of the economic elite. Unrestrained markets. Oh, what an irony. Again, the simple question is this. Are you satisfied with the current world order? If we are to have a reboot and a total new age of reason, of equal opportunity to create the actual Star Trek and Zeitgeist world ahead, do you realize that that would be a new world order? And we could even consider the dominating elite who want to prevent that world order, that new world order, therefore is the old world order. Because aren't they in power now? Once they're no longer in power, wouldn't that be a new world order? In this analysis, the sinister, plutocratic new world order is simply the old world order taken to its limit. Whereas the enlightened new world order is a truly radical shift. In other words, we must implement a new world order of reason and nations that act in the general good of all its people by overthrowing the old world order.